Hello everyone, welcome back to my Fallout 4 Let's Play. Right now we are going to Time CD again. Started getting a clue. That's Diamond City, right? No, it isn't. Never mind. You can keep your book, man. Holy shit! He was dead. Never seen such a big rat roast before.
Message to Rodrigo Palomar. Okay, my friend. I thought about it, and I've reached a decision on the Fallon's job. Your cut is exactly what you deserve. $0. Zilch. You heard me right. You get nothing. Yes, you cracked the safe. And yes, we got the diamonds. But you also tripped the alarm. Maggie got pinched, and that's entirely your fault.
Hey,
Point the way.
take that weapon.
Of course.
Jesus Christ, that's a really big rat roach. I wonder if they are, you know, random generated, the sizes. I'm not taking anything from his old man.
Officer.
Head on inside.
Intelligence is a measure of your overall mental acuity and affects the number of experience points earned. I don't care, my battery's at 10%, man. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I didn't see anything, but I had to check something fast.
Latest news from the Commonwealth.
Hey, Nat.
Hey, lady. That interview you did with Piper is really selling. Here's your free copy.
View from the Vault, Part 1 by Wright. Whenever I take a walk through Diamond City, there are so many things people tell me to be grateful for. Purified water, working lights, electricity, security. True, what we would have been unthinkable even a few decades ago. But it's easy to forget that, even after all the progress we made, we are still living in the shadows of the world that was. A world before the threats of radiations, before the super mutant and the farewell ghoul and the synth. So as fortune often has it, I crossed paths with Nora Hudson, Vault Dweller, a person who has experienced the Commonwealth for the first time. What her fresh set of eyes say about far we come, Diamond City, the great Gene Rule we have always claimed to be. Before we begin to answer that question, we have to know that Nora Hudson is where she comes from. To my surprise, she did not have much to say about her life in the vault at all, because she spent that time staring at the piece of frozen glass every day for over 2 centuries. That's right, Nora Hudson isn't just a vault dweller, she's an original vault dweller. She spent her entire time on the inside chronically suspended. Continue to part 2. Continue from part 1. So what does Nora Hudson have to say about seeing Diamond City for the first time? Honestly, seeing everyone surviving out here, rebuilding the world, it gives me hope. Hope. When was the last time someone in our city talked about hope who wasn't some politician fishing for points in the next election, making empty promises at the wall, but our outsider hasn't let the Christian of our strange world get the better of her. This is all the more remarkable because of the reason she came to the Commonwealth, you see. Nora Hudson has a son, Sean, and even though they were in the relative safety of the vault, someone broke in and took Sean from his parent. And that parent is now risking everything wandering through this strange and unfriendly world of ours in order to save Sean from his kidnappers. We all know the rumor and whispers that surround every missing person in Diamond City. The guilty looks repast to mourning family members as we thank the walls that this time it wasn't us. You can end up dead in the Commonwealth for a million reasons. Why spend our time worrying about their kidnappings? Why, indeed. Continue to part 3. It's a little bit annoying to read though, but View from the Vault, part 3 by Barbara Wright. It's easier for us to be cynical about the missing. We have spent so long knowing the Institute is out there, but knowing so little about them. They are not the only ones responsible for kidnappings, but in fact that they know that they sometimes are, and the fact that we have been so powerless to stop them when they do causes us to treat all the victims of kidnappings as if they are a lost cause. But the people left behind, those loved ones, friends and neighbors who may never see the faces of those taken from them again, they do not have the luxury of being able to just look away. They have to carry that loss with them, even if everyone else tells them to move on and forget. I asked Nora Hudson to make a statement to Diamond City to give us an outsider's perspective on what it means to lose a loved one and how she feels. Maybe in some way it's how we all should feel. Maybe we should have forgotten that what the right human response to these tragedies are. No matter how much you want to give up, don't, she said. You have to have hope that you will see them in again, or at least that you know the truth. 5 minutes later, I'm finally done reading.
Latest hairstyle from the upper stands. Self-prescribed cam is recommended by me, myself, and I.
Do yourself a favor.
What are you
and
saying?
just say this. It's all he understands.
Tell me a joke. Yes?
I smell dinner.
Hey, you're that vault dweller from the paper.
True.
Hey,
What's with you vault dwellers in those jumpsuits, huh?
Newcomer, huh? Talk to Abbott at the wall if you want a history lesson.
Hey, give me a minute.
There's small arms, long arms, ammunition.
Where's she going to?
The hub of trade for all Diamond City right here.
Ellie? Are you here?
Nick? Oh God, it's really you.
Well, it's hard to mistake this mug for anyone else.
You keep laughing at death. Someday, death's gonna laugh back.
Not as long as I got a few friends to back me up.
You saved Nick, this agency, and my job. Thank you.
Happy to do it.
Yeah? Go diving into scary pre-war ruins all the time then, do ya? Here. I know an amount wasn't on the table when you went out to find him, but you deserve a reward. Plus a little something extra. You know, if you're looking for work and don't mind putting on the detective hat, Nick sure could use a new partner.
Whoa. One case at a time, Ellie. Our new friend needs our help first. All right, let's get down to business. Take a seat. Make yourself comfortable. When you're trying to find someone who's gone missing, the devil is in the details. Tell me everything you can, no matter how painful it might be.
My husband was murdered. He was just trying to keep them from taking Sean, and they just...
It's okay. You don't need to say anything more.
So, we're talking about a group of cold-hearted killers, but they waited until something went wrong to resort to violence. What else can you tell me?
We were in a vault when it happened. Vault 111. It was some kind of cryo facility.
You were on ice, huh? More importantly, you were underground, sealed up. It's a lot of obstacles to get through just to take one person. Anything else you remember?
We're looking for my baby, Sean. He's less than a year old. Why would anyone take him?
Good question. Why your family in particular? Why an infant? Someone would be taking on all of his care, and a baby needs a lot of it. Well, that confirms it. This isn't a random kidnapping. Whoever took your kid had an agenda. There's a lot of groups in the Commonwealth that take people. Raiders, super mutants, the Gunners, and of course there's the Institute.
Who are the Gunners?
High-end mercenaries. No job too brutal. They're in the running as likely suspects. They wouldn't be the ones pulling the strings.
Super mutants. What are they?
Big, green, muscles on muscles. In other words, hard to miss. I think we can safely rule them out.
You think raiders might have done this?
I honestly doubt it. They can barely organize themselves, let alone pull off something this complicated.
So, you think this institute is responsible?
Well, they're the boogeymen of the Commonwealth. Something goes wrong, everyone blames them. Easy to see why. Those early model synths of theirs strip whole towns for parts, killing everything in their way. Then you got the newer models, good as human, that infiltrate cities and pull strings from the shadows. Worst of all, no one knows why they do it, what their plan is, or where they are. Not even me. And I'm a synth myself. A discarded prototype, anyway.
You're a prototype?
As far as I know. Never seen any other synth like myself. There's the older ones that are dumb as rocks and all metal, and there's the newer ones that are almost human. I'm somewhere in between.
Either way, I need to find Sean.
You're right. The speculation is getting us off track. Let's focus on what you saw. What did these kidnappers look like?
I'll never forget that voice. Low and rough. Like sandpaper. Across your face.
Not much to go on, But a tough and commanding voice can get someone pretty far in the violence business. What else?
The man who killed my husband, he had a handgun. I didn't get a clear look at it, but that sound.
Could have been a large caliber revolver. Huh. I'm starting to get a clearer picture of the kind of man our perp is. Anything more you can tell me?
The woman was dressed in, I think it was kind of a hazard suit. The man had some sort of metal brace on his arm.
Maybe some kind of improvised armor? A lot of hired guns do that to look tough. The hazard suit is interesting. Not many mercs can afford something that fancy. What else do you remember about them?
One of them came right up to me. Bald head, scar across his left eye.
Wait. It couldn't be. You didn't hear the name Kellogg at all, did you?
I might have. Everything was foggy.
Way too big of a coincidence. Ellie, what notes do we have about the Kellogg case?
The description matches. Bald head, scar, reputation for dangerous mercenary work, but no one knows who his employer is.
And he bought a house here in town, right? And he had a kid with him, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. The house in the abandoned west stands. The boy with him was around 10 years old.
You said he lives here? He's still in town?
They both vanished a while back, if I'm remembering right. But that house is still there. Let's you and I take a walk over to Kellogg's last known address. See if we can snoop out where he went.
Security doesn't really go to that part of town, but you two should still be careful.
I always am.
Follow Nick, okay.
Didn't want Ellie to hear this, but I think you should know. Everything I dug up about Kellogg before his disappearance? Bad news. He's more than just a mercenary. He's a professional. Quick, clean, thorough. Has no enemies. They're all dead. Except you. 9 to 1 odds says he's our man. It's more than just you identifying his distinguishing features. The MO is all him as well. Leading a small team to kidnap a baby and leaving one of the parents alive for later? Not many mercs in the Commonwealth can pull that off.
Hey, Valentine.
Kellogg's house is this way. Here we are. Keep an eye out, will you? See if I can get this open. It's one heck of a lock. Got something to hide, Kellogg? Why don't you give it a try?
Locked tight. Nick.
No luck? Guess we'll need to find the key. Stubborn lock, ain't it? See that platform in the distance, near the city entrance? That's the elevator to the mayor's office. Why don't you go ask around there? I'll stay here and see if I can jimmy this lock.
It would be really, really, really weird. I mean, how you say it? Really stupid if I get that key and once I get back that Nick Valentine has to pick that lock.
Need some custom hardware? We got a free workbench for all your modifications. Who wants to look beautiful? Hairstyles across the Commonwealth.
Child kidnapped. Mother braves dangers of the Commonwealth to find missing son.
lot of games have a photo mode recently. A lot of games.
The mayor's receiving visitors as long as they aren't members of the press. Did you need help?
I need to talk to someone about Kellogg's old house in the West Stands.
Mr. Kellogg's residence? He left town a while ago. We foreclosed on the property and locked it up. If there was something belonging to the man that you have a claim on, you could ask the mayor to hear you out. No guarantees.
I don't have time. I need that key now.
Why is finding this key so important to you, honey?
Please. All I want to do is find my baby. The man who owned that house kidnapped him.
You do seem like a sweetheart. All right. I'm just going to leave this key on my desk and forget I put it there. Your baby's lucky he has a mother like you. I hope you find him.
Thank you. You'll be seeing there, alright, Barbie. See you later. Smell you later.
Everyone who's anyone reads public occurrences.
Nat,
Selling papers is busy work, lady.
Hey, you were in the paper, right? You're 200 years old? Looking pretty good for your age, huh?
officer.
I ain't telling you how to pick your friends. Piper's kind of a troublemaker.
Oof.
Nick.
Got the key? All right, let's head in. You do the honors. Let's take a look around. Kellogg must have left something behind. Place seems small to you? Figured a guy like Kellogg would think big.
Hmm.
Well,
What's that for?
one way to hide a room. Well, look at this. All of a Merc's favorite things.
Gwinnett's stout beer, 44 caliber bullets, cigars, San Francisco sunlights.
Interesting brand. Won't lead us anywhere on its own, though.
Any suggestions, Nick?
What about dog meat? Commonwealth mutt like him can track a man's scent for miles. Why don't you go fetch him and let him have a whiff? See if he picks up the trail. Before you head out, I know this is personal business. If you have to face Kellogg on your own, just say so. Besides, you already have plenty of company. You can't all go sniffing through the Commonwealth after one man.
I want you with me on this, Nick.
All right. Let's get that bastard. This is your show from here on out, okay? You say jump, I'll say how high.
Okay, let's get out of here. After this episode, we'll probably, after this episode or two, we'll probably, you know.
Good luck with McDonough. Just, watch yourself around him, okay?
Dog meat. Get the scent, boy. Take me to him, boy. Take me to Sean.
I think a mice is in the episode right there, guys. If you guys like the video, please don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, want to see more. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, goodbye, and peace out, man.